I got a special guest in studio with me today. He's got an album dropping on Wednesday, Sale Eden. I've known this man for, I don't even know. We just been good friends for a hot minute.
It's been a long time.
And he's been making great music ever since I've known him. It's Bensbeendead. What's going on?
Man, thank you for having me.
Hey, you already know.
I'm excited to be here. I told you earlier, but it's the first time coming by the station.
I know, which is crazy to me. Because
but I've seen it. I've pictured it in my head. I've seen it, on Instagram and everything. So
here we are.
Excited.
It's everything you ever hoped for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's crazy because, of course, a few years ago we were playing Exoskeleton here.
Yes. You guys have been by far the most supportive station, so thank you for that.
We gotta hold it down. We gotta hold it down for good music. I
appreciate it.
And we also had you for Hot Summer 2019.
Yes.
Man, some
biggest
good moments.
concert I've ever played.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. That crowd was nice.
Yes, that's crazy.
I mean, we can say we opened up for DMX.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Oh man.
What a moment. But yeah, so it's funny that this is the first time you've been in here. With all those things that have happened over the past few years. And over the past few years as well, you've dropped some new music. You dropped EPs, gardening, all this stuff's been going on. But now we're getting ready for the debut album.
Yes.
And I remember years back talking about the project coming to life, and you mentioned the title Imposter Syndrome.
Yes.
But we changed from that.
Yeah. So I had that for a long time. Like, I've been on this album for I think it's been 4 years now. I remember I started some of this stuff when Garrett was living with me at Back Bay Tower. So it's been a long time, but I had that title. And I won't give the long version of why I changed it, but the short version is I go on a lot of walks with my dad, and we had kind of been talking about the state of music these days and how it feels like there's certain sounds that people gravitate to, and how the mainstream kind of falls in love with things one way or another.
Yeah.
And he was telling me a story about his kind of younger days when he was 18, 19. He used to live up in Bar Harbor, which is, I'm sure everybody in Maine knows where Bar Harbor is, right? And he used to run this little touring company with a sailboat. He bought a small sailboat and he would tour around 6 people at a time.
Yeah.
And there was this other boat. His boat was called the Eden, which is why the album is called Sail Eden. But there was another boat called the Acadian, and it was kind of the big tour boat that everybody went on, and it held 100 people or something. And he would always be like, I wish I could get people to come try out my boat, because we go to all these different spots that they don't go to. They go to all the touristy spots. And he said something to me. He was like, you don't make music for the Acadian, you make it for the Eden. And when we were talking about that, I was just it kind of just stuck with me for the next few days. And I was like, yeah, you can go in that route and try to do it the way that will get you the most popularity and everything, or you can try to do your own thing. And that's all I want to do. I just want to do my own thing.
Man, I mean, and you kind of always have, in my opinion.
I've tried. I've tried.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the music you make, there's no one around here that makes music like that. So it's it feels
like a great compliment. So.
Yeah, and not just around here, but in general, I don't really hear that sound outside of just locally around the country, wherever. So it's been really cool to just watch the progression over the years, So yeah, no doubt. And here we are now getting ready for the debut album. I love that story though, because it kind of just it seems like a very natural way to come to that title.
Yeah, it was and like I said, I had been on Imposter Syndrome because, that's kind of always been me as a musician. It's I didn't get into it naturally. I didn't take music classes or anything. I just got into it through interest and YouTube University, and so I always would be in rooms with these, musicians who were real musicians, and I would always just be I feel like what I'm doing could be cool, but I don't know because I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
And honestly, as time's gone on, the more I've learned, the kind of more that feeling has gone away, which is why toward the end of the 4 years that I've been working on this, I was I don't know if it should be called imposter syndrome, because I don't know if I feel like an imposter anymore. I feel like I've worked to the point where I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, 4 years, that's a lot of change.
I mean, that's
in
just 4 years working on this album.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, it's not been 4, it's been much more than 4 since I've been making music.
So when did you, I feel like, you know, we've been friends for a minute.
Yeah.
When I met you, you already had been making music. When did you start actually?
I probably started I graduated high school in 2014, and I probably picked it up like right then. Like
so it was like.
So almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Like 9 years. Yeah. So I've probably known you for like, I've been making it for like 2 or 3, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny because I feel like, I mean, I started like my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, I remember listening to you in high school because when I was a junior, I remember you did, I forget what, you did a tape or something. And it was getting around my high school.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the guy who raps in Maine. Like,
yeah.
So when I first met you, I remember it was like meeting a celebrity. It still is, but.
Hey, don't hype me up. This is not you today. No, but that's funny because I remember when I first I don't even know how we first linked up or crossed paths.
Specifically, it was on, I want to say 4th Street. I saw you outside of a bar, and we had like talked on social media, and I was like, this is a good time to make an introduction.
Yeah. Oh man, the things that go down on 4th Street.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about the rest of them.
Yeah. No, that's true. But man, so it's been a minute now.
Yeah.
And that's funny to say that you had heard my shit when we were both in like the high school era time. Man, what an era. I was probably on my backpack rapper shit back then. Yeah. But so when you first started making music though, what was the sound? Because I remember you started off as like Ben Thompson.
Yep.
And I know the sound. I don't feel like the sound was like insanely different from what you're doing now. Like now it's way more polished, obviously. But like maybe you
rapped a lot.
Okay.
And I was actually talking about this with somebody yesterday, and I was talking about like, you know, the easiest introduction to music if you're curious is rap.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to say it takes the least amount of like knowledge or ability, but it's just like, you know, you usually, if you're interested in music, you probably grow up like hearing rap, and you usually start making it on like a DAW, you know, like GarageBand, something like that, right?
Yep.
So you start out with that, and then you start making beats. And then, you know, you're like, what am I going to do with these?
Yeah.
And that was kind of my thing, was like, what am I going to do with these? So I remember like the first rap I ever did, one of my friends was like, yo, you sound like Snoop Dogg. And I was like, what?
You're like me.
And that was all the gas I needed. I was like, dude, I'm going to be a rapper.
You're like, all right, we getting that money now.
Yeah. But a big thing with me in making music, especially like writing music, is like, I can't talk about stuff that's not authentic to me, or I just like will lose, you know, it won't sound authentic. So I would write a lot of raps, but you know, I was like 18 and I didn't have a super like adventurous life. So I didn't have much to like really rap about, and I kind of like knew rap to be kind of like a boisterous thing where it was like, you got to talk your, you know, can you swear on here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got to talk your shit a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I just never felt comfortable doing that. That was never my thing. So
it's braggadocious.
Yes,
you know?
yeah. And so I just was like, you know, every time I was one of those people who was like, don't play that in front of me. Like if I would put some music out, I could never hear it back because it was just embarrassing to me. And I think like over time I started to learn to produce a little bit more, and then I started like singing after a while, and it just like immediately felt like way more authentic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and the stuff I started changing the way I was writing a little more, because like, as you know, like writing pop music is like structurally a lot different than like rap music.
Oh, for sure.
So just like kind of trying to like learn more about like, here's how to like write a song, and like, here's what goes into it. Like that kind of really caught my interest, and then that just kind of like went from there. But it definitely all started in like rap, making beats, and then I just kind of tried to learn as much as I could.
Yeah, I mean, I feel exactly what you're saying about, it's easy to start with rap because so many people are like, I can freestyle, I can do this and that, and a lot of people can rap,
yeah,
but not everyone can make a song.
Right, that's a big thing, like you can spit a hot 16, but like, did you write a nice chorus?
Yeah. Where's the bridge at?
Yes, exactly. Like all this stuff. Yeah, I had to learn about that. Like, oh, this is what goes into like making a song.
Yeah, I think that was a major turning point for me too, because I always loved to rap, and I still do, but there hit a point, like a lot of my favorite artists like incorporated melody and singing and whatnot as well, and so I was like, I want to do that, and it took like incorporating singing for me to really be like, okay, like song structure,
right,
how
like,
do
what's a pre-chorus?
How do I put this together to make it all sound really really
how do
nice?
I get the verse to transition into the chorus,
exactly instead of just like 16 hook 16 hook, like it was just cool, which is fine, like I still would make songs like that.
I just came to the realization pretty early that like people didn't just want to hear me like rap for a lot of bars, like because like I said, I didn't have much to say, so if you got nothing to say, you might not want to like extend the amount of time that you're just straight rapping,
It's a lot of words to fill up a 16, but the people do need to know that you definitely can rap your ass off.
Oh, thank you. I mean, likewise, man.
I've heard it, and I still am waiting for that rap album, that rap EP someday.
On this album, there are some verses that I'm very proud of.
I bet.
A little rap centric.
Nice. That's what I want to hear. I mean, like I want to hear everything, but I feel like for years, ever since, I mean, for a while, I wanted to hear it, but then I heard your verse on Shane's song.
Oh. Is it Wake Up?
Yeah, like yes, something like
I did something with coffee or something.
Bro, yeah, it was just it was fire. So I remember sitting in the car with shout out to Shane Rise, legend right there. Maine rap OG. But I was in a car with like Garrett and Alex and a few people, and we were listening to that album because it just had dropped, and we got to that song, and like it came to your verse, and we were just like, what? Like, okay, man, like out here with the bars, all right.
There's like an occasion when it's like, it's really hard to like get me to be like, oh, I should rap on this, but like there's like certain things you hear it and you're like, oh, I can immediately picture like how I'd flow or like. So that I think that was probably just one of the things where I was like, I could do something.
Stepping up to the plate. I mean, like rap is kind of competitive. So anytime,
it is, and I'm not like one of those people who's like, I'll out rap you. Like, I'm not like, I will not out rap you. I'm not gonna battle rap anybody. Like
no, not at all. I
really struggle to write a 16, and that's like about it.
Really? Yeah. Well, shit. I'd say if listening back to that song, I'd be like, oh, he came here to be like, hey,
but don't
take advantage.
Like what I like, I like that if I do it every so often, and hopefully if I do it well, then people like have this idea that I'm like nice with it.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're versatile. I feel like you can rap, you can sing, you produce. Is the whole album produced by you?
Yes, me and Dave Gutter pretty much did the whole thing.
That's Grammy Award-winning Dave Gutter to all you out there.
Yes, say it correctly. I didn't even say it correctly. I apologize, Dave. But yeah, we did most of it. Brought in some other people to do some instrumentation here and there. Yep. But it was mostly him and I like in the room for a lot of it.
I feel like that's got to be because I've like seen how you work, and like you work pretty quickly, in my opinion, at least. Like
I've learned my software. I'll say that.
Yeah, like, yeah. I feel like it's a pretty quick process, and so, but I've never, outside of maybe like being at like album in a day.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever really spent time in like a studio setting with Dave. So
yeah, well, that's funny because that was, I think, probably the first time I met him.
Yeah.
But we now share a studio together. We've
Yep.
shared it for like 2-3 years, and we do like so much together that like you were saying, like I try to work pretty fast,
Yeah.
and he works really fast, and we have just developed this kind of like just understanding of the way like things are gonna go, and like yeah, it's just like he is the person that I would prefer any day out of the week to work on something with, because I know. I told him the other day, I was like, you just get it.
Yeah.
Like, you're just one of those people who get it. And, like, I don't even have to say something for you to know what needs to be there, or, like, and, like, he can also tell me, like, you need to redo that, or, like, you need to change that. Like,
it's good to have someone like that, you know?
Yeah, because, like, you know, I do a lot of stuff on my own, or at least, you know, I did in the past. And it definitely can be, like, a thing where you're, like, either you get way too high on yourself and you're like, I killed this. And then, you know, you listen to it back, you're like, I did not kill it. Or you're just like, is this good? I don't know. I'm so in my head that.
It's nice to have that second opinion, especially somebody who, like, actually knows.
And they'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Not scared to step on your toes, because they're just like, hey, I'm just trying to help you be better, bounce ideas off each other type thing, you know? So it should never be like, I feel like that's like, you know, a lot of people who, and I've been like guilty of this as well. Like, a lot of people who like work on music on their own in the bedroom and stuff like that can be tougher to step into that setting where you're like working with numerous people in the studio, because now you have to like step out of your element the way that you typically work, you know?
And see, with like anybody else, like I've noticed about myself, like I do struggle with that, because like it's almost like I have a hard time like expressing what I'm trying to do, but also I have like a bit of a control issue where sometimes I'll be like, no, it needs to go this way, you know, like you need to do this. And people are like, what about my idea? And I'm like, if you're not going to do my idea, then I'm just going to leave. But, like, yeah, working with Dave is like, you know, he allows me to like not have to fully communicate it. He just kind of like reads what it is. And then I'll be like, that, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So does he have any official features on the project, or just kind of like doing more so production stuff?
No official features.
Additional vocals.
Do this one little vocal thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of instrumentation, a lot of writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. So I did see we got Dre Armani on the project, which, you know, I feel like another artist out here that people like should open their eyes up to a little more.
Yeah, Dre is so awesome. I wish people would just like listen to his.
He's got a dope sound. Yeah. Like I feel like he's got he's
truly the sweetest guy.
Yeah, good ass dude. Yeah. That's been my impression from him. The every time I've ever encountered him or crossed paths. We got Nate Traveler. On Heathens. Which we will be playing. And there was one other feature, I think.
Mick Jenkins.
Oh, of course, yes.
I don't know if you were setting that up or not, but
no, that's funny, because Mick is somebody that like, look, if you have been on the mixtape grind over the past decade, or paid attention to any of the vlogs when the vlog era was popping, anything that underground, whatever, Mick is a name that should be a staple for you. So
an absolute staple. And that was like the main reason why I was like that was just like a bucket list thing for me, where I was like, I have to make this happen, because like hearing him on something that I produce is just like so
it's like,
wild.
what?
I mean, like you listen to these people's albums as a kid, well, teenager, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, they're really doing this thing. And then to be able to be like, yeah, that's my production with their voice on it.
It's crazy.
Like, so
the amount of times me and the homies bumped the Waters front to back.
I just bumped it like 2 days ago, literally.
So good. So good. Stands the test of time.
Yeah. Oh,
man, when I saw that feature, I was like, okay, Mick out here. All right, that's what's up. And yeah, Sleep Half of It, great joint as well. I can't wait to hear the whole project in itself. Do you have a song that kind of is your favorite? I know it's like it's hard to pick your favorites, you know, it's like your kids out here, but is there one that kind of like gravitate toward a little more?
There's this one I think you'll like, because I do a little more rapping on it, called Who Are You Loving? And I really like that one. I think it's like one of the definitely more like intense ones on the album. It's a pretty intense album, I'm not gonna lie. Like, emotionally it's like pretty a lot. So
yeah, I mean, from the title down, it feels like it's everything's personal about it, you know.
It's super personal. So that one definitely is like a heavy hitter. But If I Could, the last song, is also like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. Well,
I'm like, I want to tell more about it, but also like I cannot stress enough that like I just implore you to just sit and listen to it.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Just all the way through. That's the best way to do it.
Every first album listen needs to be front to back.
Yes.
I don't care if you've heard the songs, the
I heard a
singles.
snippet. Like, let me go check this one. Let me go check track 8 out. Don't do
No.
that. Like,
No.
click play and don't interrupt it until it's over.
Exactly. Don't put it on shuffle neither.
No.
Because
make sure it's not on shuffle. A lot of people run their stuff on shuffle.
I'm like, bro.
Make sure it's not on shuffle.
Like, the reason it is sequenced like this for a reason.
Right.
You know?
I spent a lot of time making sure that every track like either goes into the next track or, you know, it's just exactly what you're saying.
It's something the average listener doesn't consider often. I feel like.
I mean, why would you? You know, like I think about that. Like if you weren't making music, you wouldn't think about like, oh, like at the end of this song, like how do you get to the next song?
Yeah,
it's just a collection of songs.
Well, it's kind of like it makes sense when I compare it to like because I've been DJing a lot lately.
Right, and you have to do that. Like, what key is this in?
Yeah,
how do I get
what BPM? So like I'll be playing something, 92 BPM, something like that.
Right.
And someone's like, "Oh, can you play Pitbull 127 BPM song next?" And I'm like, "Oh, well,
no, like let me build up to that. Yeah,
let me get there." So it's just I the average listener, the average music aficionado, I guess, wouldn't understand that.
The DJing thing is where you really like lock that stuff in because it's so important for like a good DJ set is making sure that you're not just like jumping around in tempos and
everything's got to be smooth as possible. I mean, there's gonna be flubs here and there, but it's live.
Yeah.
But in the studio setting, getting to actually like really like lock in and sequence things like that's dope. So.
Right, that's like my favorite part of it.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole feeling of just like really putting those final little touches, the details that make it like. Hey, maybe you won't appreciate that, but when I go back and listen, I'll be like, I'm glad I did
all
that.
I can ask is that you just listen to it, and maybe you'll appreciate it, maybe you won't. But
yeah, and you can listen to it for the first time Wednesday night.
Yes.
Well, before Wednesday night, but the listening party.
Yes.
Wednesday night at the Portland Zoo.
Yes.
8:30.
Please come out.
Man, that's one of the best spots in Portland. Still a little bit of a slept-on gem, in my opinion.
It definitely is, but I feel like this summer has done they've done a good job of getting the word out. People are starting to get out there.
Shout out to Josh.
Yeah,
Josh Hand out
doing
here.
some great video out there. My friend Jacob's working the bar.
Yep. I saw him there a couple weeks ago when I was there. Yep. Yeah. So it's a good spot. I mean, from the moment it opened, I was like, oh, this is just. Yeah, being able to be outside too.
Right. You can park. I mean, that's a big thing. Like
being able to park
right downtown, so like you can actually find a spot.
Yeah, it's great. And they usually have some type of like food truck pulled up.
They always have somebody. They have like Jamaican food.
That Jamaican barbecue goes crazy.
Yeah, Cuban, all sorts of stuff. It's great.
So 8:30 Wednesday night. Portland Zoo. We're gonna have the Sale Eating Listening Party.
And it's
free.
Yes.
Free entertainment.
Have to buy a drink or something.
Yeah. And why wouldn't you want to?
Yeah.
Exactly. And the weather is looking like it's gonna be good.
Is it really?
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
I saw rain, but
really? I saw partly cloudy
rain.
and sun.
Okay.
So
all right.
We good.
I'll take that.
Yeah. No. We especially at nighttime, it'll be nice and cool.
Yes.
It'll be dope. So how many songs on the project?
There are 12.
12 songs. So you're gonna be able to hear it front to back. Wednesday.
Yes.
Make sure you come on out. And you can find Ben and all the info at Bensbeendead.
At Bensbeendead, every platform.
Yes, indeed.
To make it easy for you.
Yeah, we got to make it easy. See, that's the thing. Like a lot of people are always like, I see
numbers.
I see people with the numbers or the hyphens or the underscore.
All one word, every platform.
Make it easy, uniform across the board. So before we go, I want to do a couple lightning questions real quick. Favorite video game as a kid?
Anything NBA. I still play 2K almost every day. So.
All right. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation now. It used to be Xbox, but then I got the PlayStation 4 and it was game over from there.
I'm still Xbox gang out here. I can't lie.
All right.
Morning person or night owl?
Oh man, neither. Like midday guy. I don't wake up well, and I go to sleep super early. So.
Damn. All right. He's on his grandpa.
I peak around like noon for real.
Okay. Word. I've always been a night owl. I can't kick it. I don't know what it is. Like
I'm like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm in bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's like my girlfriend's the same way. She like goes to bed a little earlier, and like
I wish
always
I could
like
stay up, but
yeah, it's probably not good. Like I'm out here like 1 a.m. I'm not going to bed yet.
Anytime I have like some sort of thing that's like, this might start at like 11. I'm like, I just spend the whole day thinking about how the hell am I gonna stay awake for that.
Yup. I mean, I totally understand that. Like, not that like not for me necessarily, but I see it all the time. I get it, and I mean, I guess I kind of also have to be a night owl with all the like doing gigs and stuff at night.
Your job is night owl.
But man, I just ever since I was like in high school, I can't kick it.
Well, it's also another thing, like musicians, like, and especially in the rap world, like the studio time is usually like
late.
Yeah, like 2 a.m. type of thing. But I never got into that.
I always felt like I was also my most creative, like
night?
in those late hours. I don't know why. At the end of the day, it doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I feel like it's quiet. Everyone else is asleep. The world is like.
He said that to me. He was like, I wish I was an insomniac because like. Yeah, everything's quiet at night. Like, I wish I just slept during the day, then I woke up and, you know, you have all the time to yourself.
Something about those late night hours that just, I don't know, it sparks a little something. I want to be more of a morning person, though.
Yeah, me too.
It's I don't think I ever will be, but.
I've been trying to force myself to go to the gym, but in the morning, so I, like, wake up. You know,
yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Speaking of which, we got to get out there and hoop.
Yes.
Been too long.
Yes.
And then, with that, who's winning the title next year, NBA?
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics, baby.
Yeah.
All right,
I feel good. I like the Kristaps edition. I'm going to miss Marcus forever.
Desperately, sadly, dearly. That's my guy.
I'm hoping, you know, the contract ends and he comes back.
Hey.
And then we're all back together.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Reunite, get the family back together.
Yes.
You know. In the meantime, though, I'm going to be rocking that Marcus Smart Grizzlies jersey as well.
Yes.
That teal Grizzlies jersey is going to go crazy.
Nice.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I get the Vancouver.
It's my second team now.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
I worked at a little. Oh no, the first job was Be Good Burgers.
Be Good Burgers.
Yeah.
Hey, hell yeah.
I used to work down at the one on Exchange Street, but I think it's gone now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think there's a dispensary there now.
Yeah. There's pretty much a dispensary everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. If you look anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's a dispensary now.
Dispensaries there. Yeah, that's the whole entire Portland, Old Port area.
I don't mind it though.
It's all good. I'm not mad at it. It's not mad at it. One time somebody gave you advice, but you stuck with your gut and it worked out.
Oh man,
it's a tough one.
I think every time people tell me I should rap more, I'm like, no.
Gotta sprinkle it. It's gotta be, you know.
Yeah.
It's like parsley.
Tasteful, you know.
No, you gotta sprinkle that in here and there, but yeah. But still, someday I need like a 5-song rap EP.
I'll do it. I'm not gonna put it out, but I'll just send it to anybody who wants.
All right. I'm cool with that. As long as I can hear it.
Yeah.
I don't think this question applies to you.
Oh, hit me.
What would you say to your ex?
Oh, my like sophomore in high school ex? You missed out.
You missed out. You missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You better know. All these songs out here.
Yeah,
you
come on.
Could be writing these songs about you.
Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I mean, you know, I can get buckets.
Yeah, he can get buckets. He can't get buckets. You know, I'll get some stops though. I will say.
He gets stops.
But no, we be on the same team.
I can hoop a little bit.
Yeah. The pick and pop game goes crazy.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, the days hooping in that men's league.
Yeah. You know, I went the other week and Benny P came through.
Really?
Shout out Benny P.
Bro, shout out Benny P. Yeah, we gotta get everyone out there hooping again.
Yeah.
Tyler. Man,
it got so hot in there that they had to shut it down because everybody was sweating so much that it was getting all over the court.
Oh, yeah, court's getting slippery. Yeah. We don't need somebody taking the ACL out. You know, we're just getting some shots up out here.
We're just getting shots.
Happiest moment of your life thus far?
Wow, this is getting deep. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it'll be Wednesday when this album comes out. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it up until now, but I don't know. Honestly, like just getting to make music as a job is every day is the happiest day. You know?
No, that's dope. I mean, hey, how could you be mad?
Yeah.
You already know what I said. One word to describe Bensbeendead.
Trying.
Ain't we all trying our best out here? I feel like didn't Haley just say y'all just said something about that too when Haley was in here? Yeah, we out here trying.
Trying.
You can't be mad at me. I'm trying.
Making the best of it.
Yeah, yes sir. Of course, here in Maine, the motto is the way life should be.
Yeah.
In the words of Bensbeendead, what is the way life should be?
Wow. I mean, for me, it's a little bit of weed,
Yeah.
a sunset, and some good music playing.
Hey.
That's all I need.
That's what we need right there. Some good greens, some good company, some good music.
Yeah.
I like
life
it.
should be.
Yes, yes, sir. Well, I mean, hey, it's summertime in Maine. Hasn't felt like it the whole time, but, you know, we've been getting out there and enjoying it the best we can.
Yeah.
I want to say, or I want to ask about shows as well. Any shows on the horizon?
I don't. I'm definitely planning something in Portland for the fall.
Yeah.
There's nothing concrete yet,
Yeah.
but definitely look out for that. I'm gonna do like an album show. We've been having band practice every week, trying to learn the album. So we're in that process. Probably should have started earlier so we could have something going for when it came out. But
Hey, you know,
we're almost done learning it, and then I'm gonna get something on the books. So
dope.
definitely this fall.
Yeah, and you know, you put on a good show. We've done some shows together.
Yes.
A handful now, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Hot Summer. We did
tour.
the mini tour.
Yeah.
We did Boston.
What was that? St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence
Yeah.
University. We've done like Block the Wind.
Yes. Yeah.
A couple other small shows in
Yeah.
Portland and whatnot. So yeah, it's always a good time getting out there
Yeah.
on the stage. You know, we do a couple of our songs that we've
Yeah.
had, and yeah, just seeing you. I love seeing like, cause you do some stuff that like you do some live like kind of production type stuff.
I'm trying to get into it more. Definitely for the show, I've built a couple things that I can handle. I thought about that when I did a couple shows in the spring, and I was like, there's some instrumental parts where I would just be like, what the hell do I do? Like, I can't just stand here. I don't want to just like dance. So I was like, I need some sort of like piece of equipment that I can fiddle with to look like I'm being part of this. So.
And you know, like you said, you're not the rapper, so you're not gonna be out here being
I'm
like,
not
yo,
doing
what's
hype
up?
stuff. Yeah, I can't, interact with my DJ or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to some more shows for sure. You already know.
Me too.
I'm gonna be out there, whether I'm on the stage or in the crowd. I'm gonna be out there
Hopefully
supporting.
You'll be on the stage.
All right, well, for sure. We'll have to have some more Bensbeendead be all collaboration shows and whatnot here in the future. But anything else you want to let the people know ahead of Sail Eden?
I mean, like I said, I really hope you just give it a chance. Find a good spot, maybe like I said, some weed, a good sunset, a good pair of headphones or something, or your best speakers, and just let that thing rip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The debut album.
That's all I can ask.
Wednesday,
Yes.
Sail Eden. Come out to the listening party, Portland Zoo.
Definitely come out, yes.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to have a cake, so
Woo!
if you want cake.
We celebrating.
Yes.
Hey, it's a celebratory moment.
Yes.
It's a big moment, the debut album. And if you want to check out Ben on any socials, it's at Bensbeendead. Very simple across the board. You can find him at every platform at Bensbeendead. Streaming, social media, YouTube,
Yes,
Twitch.
anywhere you want to find
I don't know.
it.
Maybe not Twitch. I don't know.
I
But
tried to get Twitch going.
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But it's tough to commit to
Yeah.
being consistent with stuff
I was
like
trying
that.
to play video games, and I could never. My internet was never good enough. It would
Bro.
just like lag like crazy. I was like,
I was doing that for a little bit,
Yeah.
playing video games. I'm going to get back into it pretty soon.
yeah,
Just like as the DJing kind of slows down. I'm going to take a step back from that.
yeah. We should play 2K.
Bro, I'm down. I'm down. We could definitely do that. I want to.
Cross-platform, I guess.
I think they
Xbox
do
guy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they do.
We need to. I want to find a way to like incorporate video games and like music or like DJing,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
where I can do
There's
both.
something there. There's
Something there. It's entertaining. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you got some good personalities behind it. It could be good.
That's all
Could be
you
good.
need.
But Ben, you already know. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for
Great
having
talking
me,
to
man.
you. And we're gonna be playing Heathens tonight and this week. So tap in with Sail Eden on Wednesday. Much love.
Thank you.
Yeah.